Dear engineers, architects, project management companies, and contractors, and all the viewers who are kind enough to go through my lectures and listen to me in each and every of my lectures. For so I am thankful to them. Today I am going to upload a new lecture on topic of installation and process of tiles. Number one, first of all, the engineers who are looking after the project, the supervisors who are looking after the project, my advice is that you must check the surface. Surface should be smooth. It should not be uneven, and undulation should not be there, so that the tiles should be fixed smoothly and get rest, and successfully. It is critical that the surface is not leveled, not smooth, and if it is not free of bumps or it is uneven area, this will avoid uneven fixing of, this will result in unfixing of tiles properly. A surface that is not even can lead to problems such as tile breakage, uneven grout application, and then it also results in uh, floors. If the floors in high moisture area like bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor walkways are always in wet areas. So in these areas, you have to arrange the wet waterproofing so that the water and moisture should not seep leak through the joints. If some joints are open somewhere, should not seep and leak through those joints to the bottom. Then ensure all the properly protected from the seepage and leakage. So this action is to be taken, and all the actions I have discussed to be taken care of. As we discussed, dear engineers and supervisors, as we discussed in slide number 2, that you have thoroughly inspected the area of the tiles to be fixed. If you are satisfied with that, you can now go ahead with the layout of the tiles. Number one is start by locating the center of the surface and then do measurements of the sides. Second point is that after that, measure from the edges to ensure consistency across the space. Then it's important to avoid having wider tiles on one side and narrow tiles on the other. And it may create the imbalanced and uneven appearance of the tiles. Point 4 is that once the center is determined, establish a baseline, draw two perpendicular lines that will split the room into 4 roughly equal sections. These lines will divide into 4 equal sections. Begin laying the tiles from the center, not from the side, not from the top, not from the bottom, but from the center, working out into each of the 4 quadrants of the room, ensuring each section remains aligned for the smooth, balanced finish. If you will take these actions properly, you can start fixing the tiles also properly in proper way. I mean, the inspection and supervision throughout the installation of the tile is necessary. And I would like to advise you also that only the skilled workers and skilled masons to be engaged for installation of tile, those who are specialized to do that work. Dear site engineers and their supervisors, we are now in slide number 4. We have studied briefly about the layout of the tiles in walls till slide number 3. Now we are going to study about the installation of tiles in floors. The first step is that you have to mark the center and mark the square of the room where you are going to lay the tile, because if the room is little bit unsquared, means from one side it is 12 feet, and the sides, I'm talking about the side, 12 meter or 12 feet or something like that, and the other wall in front of that is a little bit in centimeters, even less than that. So you have to you have to mark the square of that room. Then prepare the surface. I mean, as I discussed in slide number 3 and slide number 2 and slide number 1 also, I mean, especially in slide number 2, that the surface should be inspected before any work is to be started. The surface should be smooth and leveled. Then you have to lay the dry tiles on that area and see if the pattern is okay and the the tiles are laid properly, the joints are laid at proper places. Then you can start the installation. The installation is to be started with the adhesive to be pasted. That adhesive is made of cement and sand, or it can be ready-made available in the market. Now, you have to maintain the joints. I mean, all the tile joints should be 2 millimeters as per I suggest, and these joints to be fixed with the spacers, plastic spacers which are available in the market, so that you can get the consistency in joints. Then allow the adhesive to cure and to dry. Then you have to do the next stage of work, which is in slide number 5. Thank you. Dear viewers, as we went through the slide number 4, now we are in slide number 5, where we will again discuss about the installation of tiles with the adhesive, how to fix the adhesive. It is recommended to use pre-mixed adhesive, which is available in the market. Otherwise, uh, you can use the cement sand adhesive also, which is also quite strong adhesive. Apply a uniform thin layer. I mean, it should not be very thick layer. It should be thin layer, and spread it over the tiles on all entire area, not from the corners, that it should be less and more in center. No, it should be equally spread. Then verify the adhesive is dry, adhesive's drying time. I mean, adhesive which is pre-mixed with sand and cement has the setting time of the cement. It should not happen like that. Then the adhesive will come out and it cannot be sticked to the floor or wall or anywhere. So you have to be careful about that the adhesive time should be checked. Even from the market, if you have purchased, the adhesive time to be checked. Place each tile gently. I mean, you have to put the tile in wall and floor, even for the floors, mostly very carefully, and then tamp it with the rubber tamper. Begin the tiling the center of the surface and work outwards to perimeters to maintain the alignment and symmetry of the tiles. I mean, you have to uh, lay the tiles in a professional way so that all the tiles should be laid in proper way and should look nice. Dear viewers, the engineers and the supervisors, we went through the installation of tiles up to the fixing of the adhesive to the tiles and placing them properly and proper place. But no one is allowed to move on the tiles till the grouting is not done, grouting is not dried. So in this slide, we will understand how to install the tiles with the grout. The grout powder should be mixed with water or the recommended additive according to the manufacturer's instructions. The grout should be very much carefully done. Apply the grout evenly across the entire surface of the tile, ensuring that it is pressed firmly into the joints. You have to check these things again and again and keep an eye on that. To enhance the color scheme, I mean, as the architect is advising or as per the drawing, you have to maintain the color scheme also according to the color of the tiles or as specified. So this color scheme is important to be done. The grout should be of the same color of the tiles or as approved. So if the grout is already wet and colored before it begins to set, don't allow anyone to move on those tiles so that the tiles should not be disturbed and any dust should not be accumulated with the grout. Just very important thing. I would like to highlight that in joints, sometimes due to the workers moving on the tile, it is not covered properly. I mean, when the tiles are uh, installed and till the grout is not applied, you have to cover the tiles with the polythene sheets or any other way so that the dust should not be accumulated in joints. If it is accumulated, you have to remove the dust from the joint so that the grout should insert up to the bottom of the layer of the tile. Dear viewers, now we are in slide number 7 where the final stages of the installation of tile is to be discussed. Earlier we discussed about the layout of the tile, then installation of the tile, then adhesive to be applied, how the adhesive is to be applied and what care is to be taken, then grouting of the tiles is to be done. Grouting is done in such a way that the grout is spreaded and then to be cleaned also from the surface. If it dries up, it's very difficult and mostly impossible to remove the dried grout. So you have to remove immediately before drying it if it is still wet. But make sure that the joints are filled properly. So finally apply the grout sealer. There is a grout sealer also available in the market which seals the grout properly and there is no danger of grout to come out. So all these things are very important to be discussed with you, but I am very briefly discussing because I don't want to waste your time. Thank you very much. Dear viewers, in this slide number 8, you can see a template of the checklist of the installation of tiles, which is very important. The checklist to be followed, and it should be got signed by the authorities so that your work is approved. So what is the checklist? I will briefly discuss about that. Number one is the surface preparation. As I discussed with you, that the surface should be smooth and leveled. Number two, the layout is to be done, which is measurements of as I said in slides, to be done. Most important issue is that you have to keep record of the material selection, what material selection is done as per the BOQ, as per the drawings, and as per the specifications. In this way, you have to arrange all the materials like the tiles, the adhesive, the grout, and all the tools and equipment has to be arranged at site. So when you will arrange all these things, I mean the material and the tools, you can successfully install the tiles as per the requirement, as per the quality. Finally, I will request you, the engineers and supervisors, that tiling work is a very sensitive work because it is very expensive also. So you have to supervise the tiling work regularly and constantly. Also, you have to check after the tiles is dried up and grouting is done, grout is dried. You have to hammer with the stone, with the proper light hammer or anything, so that you can find if there is any hollow sound. Then you have to ask the contractor to remove those tiles and reinstall that. And you have to see and you have to check that the grout is properly done in all the joints. So these important points are to be taken care of. Thank you. Dear engineers, site supervisors, and all related persons in civil engineering and especially on construction fields. This is my last slide in this lecture, and in this slide I will thankful to all the viewers, all the engineers, all the supervisors, all the architects, all the contractors, and those whoever are related to the construction field. I am thankful to them to go through my lectures and to listen to my videos and go through my videos. I would like to highlight that I have created this channel to learn the engineering is not only for the civil engineers, it is for the mechanical, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and all the type of engineering people. So I request all the engineers, all the viewers to please subscribe my channel, like my channel, and share my channel to as many as engineers, as many as people in your contact and in your network. At the same time, I will appreciate, I will welcome your comments so that I can improve my lecture. I will welcome your questions, if any. You raise the questions and share with me in these slides and in these lectures. On top of this slide, the link of my YouTube channel is there, so please hit that one and go through all my lectures previously uploaded and encourage me so that I can upload more and more lectures on different topics. At the same time, I will offer you, if you want any lecture or on any topic, please write back to me on in your comments. Thank you very much.